First of all, starting with the great name of Allah, who is the most merciful and almighty. My name is Iman Alina from class 9 and my school name is Sword Angel Academy. And today the topic of my presentation is Rutherford atomic model. After the discovery of electrons, protons and neutrons, Rutherford performed an experiment called gold foil. Why did he name his experiment gold foil? Because he used gold foil in his experiment. Why did he propose this atomic model? Why did he perform this experiment and what its purpose was? The reason for this was that how positive and negative charges can coexist in an atom. As we know that nucleus contains protons and neutrons. Protons have positive charge and neutrons have no charge. It means that charge on the nucleus is neutral. Charge on the nucleus is positive, while electrons revolve around the nucleus in their specific shells or orbits. It means that charge on the shell is negative. So Rutherford wanted to conclude that how these positive and negative charges can coexist in an atom. Now let's come to the atomic model. Rutherford took a gold foil whose thickness was 0.0004 centimeter. He takes such a smaller thickness of gold foil so that he can bombard alpha particles. Now what is alpha particles? There are elements in nature that are very radioactive. The elements in the periodic table whose atomic number is greater than 82 all are radioactive elements. Radioactive elements mean these are extremely unstable elements. They emit alpha particles or beta particles all the time, and in the result of this emission radioactive elements are degenerate and decomposed, and in the result new elements are formed. So in the atomic model of Rutherford, radioactive elements were polonium and radium. Rutherford obtained alpha particles from both of these radioactive elements. When he bombarded alpha particles on the gold foil, he noticed some observation. The first observation was the majority of the particle pass exactly the straight line. The total number of radioactive elements were 20,000 and 19,990 particles pass exactly the straight line, while 8 particles deflect at small angle and only 2 particles were rebounds at their original way. Those were his observation, and along with the observation there were results too. The first one result is the majority of the particles pass exactly the straight line, which means that the total volume of the atom is empty. Alpha particles are passing through the straight line. They are not colliding with anything to stop their movement. It means that the total volume of the empty. The second result is Rutherford concluded that an atom contains a positive portion that is nucleus in the center. Second result is Rutherford concluded that an atom contains a positive portion that is nucleus in the center of the atom. So alpha particles passing near this portion were repelled, because alpha particles are also positively charged particles and similar charges repel each other. Third one result is the completely bounced of a few particles shows that nucleus is very dense and hard. If these few particles are completely deflect after collision, it means that the structure of nucleus is very dense and hard. So when alpha particles collide with the nucleus, it reflects them and repels them back at their original way. It shows that size of the nucleus is very small as compared to the total volume of the atom. Fourth one result is electron revolves around the nucleus in their specific shells or orbit. Fifth one result is atom is neutral as the number of electron is numerically equals to that of proton. Atom as a whole is neutral as the number of electron is equal to that of proton. Suppose an example of carbon, atomic number of carbon is 6, so it has 6 proton and 6 electron. 6 proton means 6 positive charges and 6 electron means 6 negative charges. When positive and negative charges are equal, then effect is cancelled and atom as a whole remains neutral. So this was all about related to my presentation. Thank you.